Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. This crowd a few minutes ago stirred into action at the side of their Dolphins emerging from the Hard Rock Stadium tunnels, and we are ready to go as the Dolphins get set to match up with the Chicago Bears. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Gotta go, gotta go.
First carry now for Jordan Howard. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
Come on, gotta go, gotta go. There you go, you see it, you see it?
This is Howard on second down. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Come on, come on.
On first down, Trubisky. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Second and 10, it's Trubisky again. Pass incomplete.
Well, partner, so much for the mismatch. How about the guy at the second level, that big linebacker, able to run with the receiver and make a play on the football?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. On third down, Trubisky. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Trubisky finding the former Eagle Burton for the Chicago first. On first and 10, it's Trubisky. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Burton. And he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? A gain of 6 there on first.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Trubisky to throw again. This is caught. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Allen Robinson. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have taken the early lead. Cody Parkey is on now for the point after. Parkey with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. Jakeem Grant now to return. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10 at their 38.
Deep.
Tannehill on 1st down. And incomplete to open things up. Trying to get it that time to Stills. And it's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Just beating the play clock now. It's Tannehill. He dumps it off to Drake. Finding some room at midfield. And finally brought down at the 38.
Deep.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And a solid run down inside the 30. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. Now Tannehill. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Leonard Floyd in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. On fourth down, off goes Tannehill. On comes Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders for the field goal. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
They go play action here on first down. Going for the deep ball. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Trubisky with the give to Howard. And he'll be dropped at the 30. With a shifty move, got him a couple extra on the play. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Trubisky. He's going to let this one go deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. The rookie Minka Fitzpatrick with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Looking to throw Trubisky on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Burton. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks for those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Jordan Howard, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Now Parkey for the extra point. Parkey adds the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. Here comes Grant on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Ready?
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Here's Tannehill now on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up. Third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Tannehill with a hook up to Parker for the Dolphin first. Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out.
Deep, deep, deep. 30. 58, right over there, yeah.
They stay on the ground with Drake. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
We got three. Yep, the 30.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. Got a man, it's Amendola. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a 1st down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
We used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. On 1st down, Tannehill. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
To throw on 2nd down is Tannehill. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Akeem Hicks able to get in there and drop him for a 2-yard loss. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Aaron Lynch in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. The kick by Sanders is good. And a 2nd field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Onto the field now come the Bears. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the 2nd quarter.
Move, move, move.
They go with Howard again. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. In on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
3rd and inches, just turn around, hand it to the big guy, and let him plow forward and pick up a first down. A lot of people think that the offensive line, they may almost take the play off because they got a big guy back there pushing forward. I think it actually works in reverse. I think they block harder because they love seeing that guy get the ball because he doesn't touch it very often.
And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness is a premium for all of them.
He's got it at the 15. That one goes for 36 yards.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there, and he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
Now Trubisky on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Trey Burton, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Bears will extend their lead.
Trey Burton was a guy that flashed during his years with the Eagles, but he's always stuck as the 3rd option behind Zach Ertz and Brent Sellett. Now, with the Chicago Bears, definitely going to get his shot. Versatile player delivered right there with a touchdown catch.
Parkey with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Over the middle, it's Amendola. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Let's go. Set. 30. 57.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill rolling to his right. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So 1:56 to play in this first half. We'll come back to Miami after this.
Go. Play.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Back to the air, Tannehill on second down. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Let's go. Watch 32. Set. With 30.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. Letting one go deep for the end zone. Brings up fourth down. Solid coverage by the Bears D. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Sanders' kick is good, and they're hanging around here as the lead's down to 12. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
This will be taken in at the 1. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Burton. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it second and short. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. On the handoff, this is Howard. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
18. Lock in.
From midfield now, here's Trubisky. Dancing to his left. Now Trubisky lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, Tannehill. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
Zip.
On second down, here's Tannehill. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, It tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. The Dolphins on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. So that'll back them up 5. And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. That's going to set them back 5 yards.